Good morning, traders. Manny Cabrera here, co-founder of MDC Trading Academy, with our pre-market forecast today for Friday, October the 11th, and our end-of-week review. We quickly jump to our news items for today. 10 a.m. we have the prelim UOM consumer sentiment. Although the week was in fact dominated by a lot of the news from the Fed, a lot of the news coming from there was positive, including the CPI information which we received on Thursday. So the market reacted in that direction. So let's see what happened here. So if you see, here's where we began the week. We began the week right on an uptrend, bouncing off the A50 SMA, pulled back, and we begin this three-bar run to the upside. As we're finding ourselves right now, we're breaking above the 20 SMA. If we can end up breaking and closing above it, then that means that we can start using this as resistance, and we would have an 80-20 area of support that we can use to launch a little further, similar to what was happening here. Instead, here it didn't launch up, it actually launched down. Market looks like it's finding sea legs again. Market is averaging at 1.2 million contracts per session, and our ATR is healthy at 37. So we have a lot of good movement. Let's look at a deeper look into our markets. If we look here at a larger time frame, you see the market was within this compression for a while. Two really key important areas here. First, this trend line to the downside. Market broke through this support resistance area here, which was a very significant area from way back here. Triple top, double top, you name it. It's been holding the market to the upside. Eventually the market breaks through, comes back, starts to use it again as resistance, uses it against resistance, and this morning we clearly break through. So what are we expecting today? We're expecting some retests, probably to the downside, potentially to this areas around here. This is going to be critical area to determine whether the market wants to continue to higher or not. Obviously, after that, the next test would be here, this particular place here, or wherever we find ourselves retracing from. And then hopefully the expectation is that the market can continue higher. Now, remember, the market can do whatever the market wants to do. Our job is to recognize and anticipate the potential movements in the market within the realms of our market analysis. We know that we're breaking some key resistance areas. That's important. Typically, markets break resistance areas. They tend to start moving in that direction. Let's look here at our projection chart here. As you can see here, here's the market. Here's our trend line to the upside. Our key areas that were broken right or above here somewhere, right around here. Here's where the break took place. Market continues moving higher. We're expecting this line here to be our center of attention today. This is the line where the market is going to decide everything in reference to direction. As long as we maintain ourselves above this line, we're expecting more continuation to the upside. Otherwise, you can expect some really wicked movement down to the downside. Let's look at our trade chart here. We can see it a little bit more clearly here in our trade chart. And as you can see here, we're above the intraday high from yesterday. We broke that clearly in our pre-market. Broke through, couldn't hold it, kind of danced around a little bit, broke it again, deeper retracement, danced around, boom, eventually slowly but surely broke through it. And we're seeing this sort of movement to the upside. A little grindy, but nonetheless it's still moving to the upside. That's our north-south line here, which, you know, the earlier we tested, the closer we are to the intraday high. The later we tested, the further we are. So watch this area to hold the support. Any retracements within this area to the downside, if you start seeing certain breaks to the downside, sort of trends to the downside, you can ride them all the way down here. Expectation is a bounce and further continuation to the upside. That's our game plan for today. And of course, a break clear through the intraday high. We're expecting obviously more moving to the downside with a lot of precipitous volume. So keep your eyes open for both of those areas. Hope you had a great week. Hope you have a great weekend and have a great session today. Let me know if you have any questions.